All right, guys, thanks so much. We're happy to have the Alkaline Water Company back with us on the show. This time, President and CEO Ricky Wright is joining us. It's a pleasure to have you, Ricky. Thanks for doing this. Some new initiatives announced for the Alkaline Water Company since the last time we had you guys on the show, including, and this is very exciting, a deal with Shaquille O'Neal, that Shaq, joining the board as a ambassador to the brand. Tell us about that.
Yeah, no, it's a great deal for us. I mean, Shaq is one of the most loved ambassadors, people in the world, candidly, and we're very, very fortunate to have him. Shaq was drinking the water, and he loved the water, and we had the opportunity to engage him. We've been looking for somebody for a couple of years, an A+ ambassador, and they don't get any bigger or better than Shaq, no pun intended. So we started that deal, and it took us only about 60 days to close. And Shaq is not only a great spokesperson, but Shaq is a super intelligent human being, and he's a great businessman. So we're really, really happy to have him on board in that regard as well. He comes along with a company called Authentic Brands Group out of New York. And Authentic Brands Group actually bought the brand Shaq a number of years ago. And so they're in this deal too, and they're the third largest branding company in the world. They also own the brand rights to like Marilyn Monroe and Muhammad Ali and a little guy called Elvis Presley. So Shaq's their first living legend, and Shaq's doing an unbelievably good job for us. It's an equity deal primarily. We just closed with our chairman and Shaq leading a $5 million round, and that closed on the 29th of September. So Shaq's been a great asset for us. We have cut our first commercials with him. We're going to do 30s, 15s, and 6s. They're in final production. So we're looking to launch those literally within a couple of weeks. And we'll start in some markets to test it. And then come NBA season, when it starts to heighten in January and Shaq's getting all that love on TNT, we'll start pushing this out in a much broader way. Beginning January this year.
It's an exciting announcement, and it speaks to the tremendous growth that this company has had in a very short time. Tell us a little bit about what it has been, in your opinion, that has contributed to this tremendous growth over the past few months.
A couple of different things. One is, we're big on taste profile. So we have a wonderful tasting product, and once a consumer tastes it, I can argue that we have the most loyal consumers in the country. We obviously were smart enough to trademark Alkaline 88. And so when the Alkaline 88 trend occurred, or the Alkaline trend occurred, there were only about 95 million in sales. Now I think this year it's going to be $1.3 billion. So we have been able to capture and grow with that trend. And then finally, we really are about the talent I surround myself with. I've got a great management team. There's tons of people that come up with great ideas that don't succeed. We have a great idea, but we work really, really hard, and we have a very, very talented team.
So 4 initiatives, just so you know, we still have some of these kicking around as well at the office. Since the last time the company was on the show, we thoroughly enjoyed the water, so thank you for that. 4 initiatives, really, that the company is following and working towards. Tell the audience what they need to know about those.
Sure. We're focusing on the billion-dollar industries, right? Where we have billion-dollar opportunities in hospitality, e-commerce, clubs, specialty retailers, and functional CBD waters. And we see all of those, all the stats, all the data shows us that those are all going to be billion-dollar or already billion-dollar markets in the very near future. Hospitality was our first big initiative this year. You can see that a lot of the hospitality places are moving away from plastic. They want aluminum. We've got an aluminum bottle that we think is going to be huge. We hired a guy named Gary Bliss out of Nestle's, great Rolodex. He spent the last 2 weeks talking to some of the presidents and major players in that industry. We're coming out with a 750 milliliter bottle for the hospitality industry. And we had a big win in the airports already. We're going to be in 9 of the major airports in this country. 450 million people go through those airports every year. And it's a pretty big deal for this company. Next, we got e-commerce. We hired a guy out of Essentia for e-commerce, and he grew that to a huge number. I see that as our big upside surprise over the next 12 months. We do very little in e-commerce right now relative to our top line. Most of my competitors do 20, 30%. If we hit that kind of number, look out, we're going to have a huge upside opportunity.
So a lot of, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. No, in addition to e-commerce, We're also looking at our really kind of our fun project, not as fun as Shack, but one of our more fun projects this year is we just launched our functional CBD. And anybody that reads the press knows that California has just approved CBD as a water that we can actually use and to drink now. Beginning, I think it was yesterday that the governor actually signed. So this is a cool new. We just introduced this at trade shows. Boom.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and just for those that missed it, ready? We'll do another. Boom.
That's great.
It's not only it's so CBD. One of the big complaints is when it's in plastic, it disappears in a hurry. It starts to dissipate. This thing is trapped in dark. It stays cool. And lo and behold, it's good for 5 years in that. And when you turn it, that's the first time it comes out and it gets exposed to oxygen or light. So it's a really, really cool product. And we're looking to do some functionality beyond just CBD.
I just in curiosity's sake, is that going to be available on our side of the border up here in Canada?
You know what? We're working with some groups up in Canada.
Fantastic.
We hope to have that happen. And then finally, obviously in the clubs, we made a big announcement this week on Sam's Club. And I don't think anybody realizes how big that could be for this company going forward. It's our first foray into clubs. And I see that as just another opportunity for us. We developed this with Shack, the big old Shack pack.
The Shack pack.
And we developed that specifically for the club. So that's our first joint venture with Shack in terms of co-branding.
We spoke about the Sam's Club deal on this show going back to the day it was announced. So we're thrilled that this has been a success. We enjoy the product. We enjoy having you on the show as well. Appreciate your time this afternoon. Ricky Wright, President and CEO of the Alkaline Water Company. Have a great weekend, and we look forward to another update soon.
Thank you very much. Remember, we're the most undervalued stock on the exchange, in my personal opinion.
WTER, guys, on the NASDAQ exchange. Thanks very much.
Blessings.
There we go, guys. Water, if you're looking for it.